Welcome to What in the World, a project initiated by Hungry for Life International. Today's podcast is titled Marc's Story, Part 1, and Jess will be interviewing Marc Honorat of Haiti Arise. So grab your headphones, sit back, relax, and listen as they talk about what it was like growing up as a slave child in Haiti.
Okay, hi, and welcome back to another week of What in the World podcast, where we talk about all things global here at Hungry for Life. Today, we have a special guest with us. He is one of our Haitian field partners, Marc Honorat. So, hi, Marc.
Hi.
This is not the first time we've said hello this morning.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining. So today's podcast topic is kind of broken down into two different parts. So the first part, we are going to hear Marc's story about what it was like for him growing up in Haiti. And then the second part, we are going to break down a little bit of the struggles that Haiti is facing today and how we as Canadians can get involved and help. And yeah, I'm really excited to learn a little bit more about Haiti Arise, which is the organization that Marc and his wife Lisa founded. So yeah, Marc, I want to jump into the first part here. And so for those who don't know you, which is probably most of our audience, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you were born and a bit about your family and yeah, kind of a bit about who you are?
Yeah, so I greet everyone listening from close or far and to the podcast this morning. My name is Marc Honorat, and born and raised in Haiti. I was born in a very big family. My family, actually, my parents, they were from the mountains in Haiti. As you know, Haiti means mountainous. There's mountain all over the place. But, it's patient, like they plant garden and raise chicken and so on. So 15 children. And my
15,
parents,
wow.
Yeah, 15 children. And my parents, they were heavily involved in voodoo. And, the devil don't give, right? The devil destroy, takes away, and kills. So they were just stripped out of everything. They were very poor and not able to feed, take care of the children. But they give us away pretty much. Growing up, I've used to see my parent, taking evil spirit will come over my dad, and then the evil spirit will talk through him and ask him to sacrifice the chicken, the little goat, or the pig they have. But they were not able to put clothes on us, feed us, send us to school. So at 5 years old, myself, they gave me away. And I remember the day one day a lady came over and spent a chunk amount of time talking to my parents. Quite young, not fully understood what was going on. And when they were done talking, she came and grabbed me by the hands and started pulling me behind her. So I looked back to see if my parents were going to come and take me away from that lady. Pretty much stood there and watched me go. And I was crying because I wanted to be 5 years old, I wanted to be with my parents.
Absolutely. Wow, so young.
And, but I had no choice. I didn't have the strength to fight back. Maybe today I would. But back then I didn't have, I was a kid. So I was giving away at 5 years old. And so when I got there, pretty much it's abuse because you're being beat up. You're just there to work, to make sure that whoever is living in that house, you're taking care of that person. Like in Haiti, of that family. In Haiti, there's no, you know, I the houses don't have running water, they don't have running toilets, they don't have like they don't have fridges and stuff and freezers. They don't have like stove. So you have to go out look for wood to bring home so they can cook. You have to go out to get water to bring to the house so they can shower, they can cook and wash. And so you have, like a kid, those are the things I had to do. I have to clean the houses and do all kind of things.
So can I pause for a second? So the lady who came when you were 5 years old, did you know her?
I didn't know her, no.
No.
I didn't know her, but my parents knew her.
Your parents did. Okay. So
Yeah.
at 5 years old, like I have a 5-year-old right now, and I can't imagine that type of work for a 5-year-old. Like, did you understand what was going on? Like, you understood that, like, this is your job, this is your role. You need to go, like, collect firewood, and jobs like a 5-year-old shouldn't be
Yeah,
forced to do at that point.
I didn't totally at the time understood what was going on, really. But somehow you have to grow up. You don't experience childhood. You don't have experience of, childhood, like learn how to play, laugh with your peers and all of those things. It's like you have to grow up fast to do, because if you don't do them at 5 years old, you're in big trouble. And
what would happen if you refused?
oh, you'll be beating up. They'll be
Yeah.
yelling at, screaming at, and lots of time that's what happened to me. And I think that's where you grew up, and knowing how life is. You don't experience the love of father, mother. You don't have that. Things like that. You don't learn how to play. You never had toys, and you have to do grown-up stuff. So that was my experience.
One more question before you continue. Were there other kids your age there, or was it just you?
There were one other boy
Okay.
was there, but he wasn't a slave. He was the nephew of that was adopted by that lady. So he had the opportunity to go to school, to do stuff. I will have clothes. She will take my clothes, give to him, because I didn't have. Yeah, he will sleep on the bed. I'll be sleeping on in the floor. So we were not treated the same.
Okay.
And things like that. Yeah.
So then there was one other girl?
There was a girl, but she didn't stay for long.
Okay.
She left, but I think she was going to be in the same situation, but someone came and took her away. And so I don't remember much about her.
And did you, at this point, how far away from your family were you? Did she take you far away, or was it close by? Were you able to see any of them?
I wasn't able to see. It was about 3 hours walk.
Okay.
I believe, but yeah, they would not come by. They were just, yeah. I was just giving away.
Wow.
I didn't even know. I didn't know the way to go back, even if I wanted to go back by myself. I don't remember the way to take.
Right.
To go back because I was really young.
So you were considered a child slave from the age of 5 on, and we'll get to the later years in a minute.
Yeah,
And what is there's a term called in Haitian for that, and it's what's that?
Westovec.
That's right, and it's still prominent today, right?
Absolutely. 1 in every 10 children in Haiti is still a Westovec or slave. And I even think it's higher now because of the situation is being, worsening and worsening. The
Mm-hmm.
parents cannot look after the kids, cannot take care of the children, cannot send them to school. It's getting more prevalent now
Wow.
because one in every 10 children still
Wow.
live in Haiti, if not more. Yeah.
That that's a bad ratio.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not good.
absolutely.
Sorry, I had cut you off. You were kind of in the middle of explaining. So you were given away to this lady who you didn't know at 5 years of age, and you were made to sleep on the floor. You were made to do all their housework, and if you didn't, that did not fare well for you. So then, how many years? Like maybe walk us through it a bit more.
From 5 to 12. And, from the space of 7 years. And I used to see kids going to school, and they are the boy that was there that she adopted as her son was going to school. And I wanted to go to school as well, but I didn't have that opportunity. I was just there to work, to do, to take care of them. And when I turned 12, my brother came to visit and found out the way I was being treated, and I had no schooling. And he said he would take me out, he would take me away. And I was gladly say yes. I didn't even know if he has the authority to do it, but I guess he had the authority to do it because he's a sibling, he's my brother, he has the right to do it. And then he took me away when I turned 12. And at 12 years old, I remember when I had packed my little clothes and followed my brother and getting out of that situation, I was really excited.
Wow. So was that the first time that he had come to visit you?
I remember one time he walked by, but I didn't see him.
Okay.
And he dropped me some clothes.
Oh, okay.
I think I was out looking for wood or water, something. I wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came by, and then the clothes were there, and then said, "It's one of your brothers." And I was so happy that one of my siblings will come by
Yeah.
and leave me something. And then even then, that lady took the clothes and give it to her nephew, her son. And anyway, so when I got out of that and I was placed in a children's home, from north, and I was moved to the west of the country, in Gangwaf. And my brother put me in a children's home there. And for the first time at 12 years old, I had the opportunity to start school. And back then, I didn't know it's kindergarten, right?
Right.
I was excited to go to school, and then from there, I said, well, I am going to love Jesus with all of my heart, and I'm going to take my studies seriously, and I want to become someone in life. And it was something. And in the children's home, I was sponsored by a family from Canada, and that would send the small amount at the time to the pastor who was in charge of the children's home to make sure I have my school paid for, food to eat, and so on.
Wow.
So, and continue with my schooling. I graduate. Actually, the family is still alive. They are living in the same town I am now, in Erdrich. So, and that's the reason I am here.
Okay,
And,
wait. Sorry, your family? Whose family? Your family or the family
that sponsored me?
That family. Okay.
Yeah.
They're from Airdrie.
Yeah. So this family that adopted me, they have become my family.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is so cool.
Yeah, 6 children. They had 5, but if you ask them how many children do you guys have, they will always say we have 6, because they count me as one of the children.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So 25, I finished high school at 25, and then graduate high school. They sent me to college in Jamaica.
Okay.
I took theology and computer in college, and so finished there. Went back to Haiti, and then they brought me to Canada to finish my studies. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, that's such a neat story because I mean, how many people probably listening right now might have a picture of their sponsor child sitting on their fridge right now, but the connection, it's very rare that we actually get to meet sponsor kids or hear your type of story. So that's really, really neat to hear that you were sponsored as a child and like God used that. And you're doing amazing things because
when I look back in my life, really, it's like God knew what He was doing, and I have to say, uh, I didn't grow up with my parents. They were heavily involved in voodoo, and then I got out. It's like Joseph life, really. I got out of my family's house at a very early age. That's how I got saved. Because that
mm,
lady I was a slave to one day took me to church, and
I
I
was
gave
gonna
my life.
ask. Okay.
I gave my life to Christ at 5 years old. So she didn't really involve in church. But one day she
Wow.
took me to church, and I decided to give my heart to Christ at 5 years old. And then that's how, once I get into the children home, I said, I'm going to love Jesus with all my heart, and I'm going to take my studies seriously. In the children home, I was involved with, and it was connected with the church, local church. So between, by 14, 15, I started preaching. I had, I was the leader of the worship team in my church. I had choir. I had a band, an orchestra of
Nice.
80 members. I taught them how to play trumpet, saxophone, trombone,
Wow.
guitar, and all those things. And I had a
Yeah.
choir of 50 members.
Wow.
So in the community, if you were to come in the community from 15 and up and 25, even small kids would know who I was because I was heavily involved in the community while
Mm,
I was in school,
yeah.
in high school there. So God knew what He was doing for sure.
Well, I'm connecting the dots here, and it sounds like a pretty crazy story because, I mean, your family who is voodoo, involved in voodoo, gave you away to a lady who is Christian, right? That's what you're telling me?
I would not say she was Christian.
Oh, but she brought you to church.
She brought me to church one
What?
time. Yeah, so it's
Well, the Lord's hand was in that.
but yeah, I don't remember her like going to church every Sunday. No,
Oh, you don't remember her going to church.
no,
But
because
she, oh,
she took me to church one day.
oh, that's crazy. Because I was gonna ask you how, like, if she's the one who took you to church, and then you're so heavily involved once you're in the children's home, was that weird seeing her? But I guess you wouldn't have seen her at the church because she didn't go there.
No, no.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. Okay, and then it's there that you met Jesus, and it's there that you kind of got on your feet and finished your high school and all that kind of stuff, and then I kind of cut you off right when you had mentioned that you were in Jamaica, and I think that's where you met Lisa. Is that not?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So
explain your
yeah,
love story a little bit with Lisa.
um, at 25, I graduated high school, and the family that sponsored me sent me, pay for my schooling in college. And then while I was in college, Lisa actually is from Washington. So they
Right.
came
Yes.
in a mission trip into Jamaica, and I was living on campus at the time, and her and the team and some other Haitian were there, and then we became friends.
Mm.
And then, so we kept in touch. I finished college, I graduated, I went back to Haiti, but still keep in touch with Lisa, like writing at the time. Back then, we had no email, Twitter. We don't have those things. It was you call it fax stuff. You would write letters and fax it.
You faxed it. I love it. That's
So
amazing.
that's what we were using. So
Yeah.
that's how we kept in touch as friends. And then when I finished college, got my diploma, went back to Haiti. And then after a year, the same family that sponsored me brought me to Canada to finish my studies.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got to Canada, Lisa actually, when she returned from Jamaica, went back home,
Mm-hmm.
she had an opportunity to go as a missionary to work as missionary in Italy. To work
Okay.
with a pastor there that was a missionary. So she went there for almost 3 years to work with refugee kids from the Philippines and Africa and so on.
Okay.
So when I came to Canada, she didn't even know I was in Canada. So I called her in Italy. I told her, guess where I'm at? And then she said, where are you at? I said, well, I'm in Canada. And then she said, what are you doing in Canada? I said, I'm going to school. And then after a while, she came back home and came up to Canada. We went to the same school. And so
Convenient.
and then the rest, while we're here, we got married, and yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wow. So cool. And how many kids do you have?
We have 6 children.
That's a house full.
5 of our own.
Mm-hmm.
And then we adopt 1.
Okay.
In Haiti. Yeah.
And how old are they?
Well, Asher is 16. 17. He's the oldest. And then the one we're adopting is actually 17 as well.
Okay.
And then Misha is 15, Jasmine 13, Ariana 11,
Mm-hmm.
and Austin is 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a fun house.
Yeah, it is.
So are they all with you right now? In Airdrie? Yeah.
Except Kiki, because we're working on the adoption process thing.
Okay. Do they miss Haiti?
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah.
Yeah, always. When we're spending most of our time in Haiti, except the last few years we put them in school.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they've been like every 6 months. When are we going to Haiti? When are we going? Yeah, we just came back. We were there for 8 months. Yeah.
Thanks for listening to What in the World, where we seek to educate and inspire. Here at Hungry for Life, we are passionate about your group having a global impact and eradicating needless suffering. For more information, head over to our website at hungryforlife.org. And you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and wherever you may listen to podcasts. Tune in every other week for another conversation about what is happening at Hungry for Life.